different programs in different places. It's hard to get everybody to one place without it being a tournament. So that's why we're doing that. Again, this is going to be the best year ever for Visual Elite Athletics. For you guys to know, we got different programs in different places. Of course, we got Visual Elite, which is out of Lexington, Kentucky. We got Tennessee Run, which is out of Knoxville, Tennessee. Drive Elite out of Bowling Green. Eastern Kentucky Focus out of Hazard, Kentucky. We have Lady Vision out of Kentucky. And then we got West Virginia Chief, which is not here today, out of West Virginia, out of Charleston. So we got different programs where we're looking to grow and grow and grow and have influence when it comes to basketball and when it comes to getting your child to the next level. Because that's the reason, if you ever heard me talk, the reason why we're doing this is to help your child, your son, your daughter get to that next level, whatever that may be. Whatever, you may be a freshman, your goal is to start on the varsity team. You may be a sixth grader. Your goal is to be able to make a crossover and make a left-hand layup. Whatever that may be, our vision and the reason why we created this 11 years ago is to get to that next level. So I'm excited to see different programs, different folks from different places, and it's all under one roof, all one family. So this is the time that we would come together. We'll probably do something like this every year. I'll make sure that it's more organized next year, I promise. But this is what we're going to do every year. Again, I won't be long, but this year we don't have any coaches that's been with us 5 years or longer. They hit that 5-year magical mark, so we don't have anybody to recognize. We do have coaches that's been with us 8, 9, 11 years, but we usually recognize our coaches that's been with us 5 years. This year, I think we got one coach is at 4. Coach Pittman is at 4. I think we got several at 4. But we're not hitting that, so no necessarily coaches recognition. But I'll say this, all your coaches have put in timeless hours working with your child, thinking about your child. And all our coaches are volunteers. So they're volunteering the time, whether it's a dad that just loves basketball, I want to put in hard work for not only his kid, but your kid as well. Whether it's a young guy who loves basketball, who wants to give back, and who wants to be a college coach. Whether it's just a guy who just loves basketball and loves kids, loves working with folks. That's what we're all about, and that's who's in front of your child. So let's give our coaches a hand. Secondly, I want to give a hand for a person who I don't really like giving him a lot of props, but he does a great job. He's our compliance director, and if you're in high school, you probably see a text, or you've emailed him, or you asked him to check NCAA for whatever reason, and if you message me, and I said don't message me, message him. Easton Jackson has been pivotal of everything that we've done for Visual Elite Athletics. Yes, he is my brother, so I don't like to give him a lot of props, but let's give Easton Jackson a hand. And also, you parents, you guys had a lot of opportunity to go different places. There's a lot of travel basketball clubs out there. I would say we're the best, but there's a lot that you can choose from. And the fact that you guys, however you looked at it, may have looked at it on the Facebook group message, you may see Cameron Jackson putting a tryout or something like that, or you may have heard from a friend, or what have you, whatever made you come to us, you invested in us, and I take that very seriously. And I just want to know that it costs a lot. I know it's very expensive. I know the gas, the hotels, the time that it takes to invest in your child to come to these places and play basketball and watch them. I know it takes a lot. So I want to give a hand to you guys as parents for invest in your kid and invest in us. Thank you. The kids. This is why we're all here. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the kids. And I always talk, whenever I talk to kids, whether it's in a school setting, basketball setting, any type of setting, I always talk about, hey, your parents are doing their part, I'm going to do my part, and you got, so that means you got to do your part. And it takes a four-way different chain. So, but at the same time, I think all these young men and young ladies are here to play basketball. They're excited about basketball. There's a lot of talent in this gym. A lot of talent in our organization. They're going to be players that, young ladies and young men, they're going to go on to play college basketball. It's going to go play Division I, Division II, NAI, JUCO. There's going to be a lot of young ladies, women, and men that's going to play in the pros. It's going to play professionally, going to make money playing basketball. And also there are going to be players, athletes, that's going to be professionals that being doctors, lawyers, plumbers, electricians. So whatever that may be, and utilizing this time, this basketball time with us, utilizing it as a teaching skill, a life skill to be the best that they can be. So lastly, give a hand for our players and your team. So this ceremony, and hopefully we started this last year at Vision Day, and it was a big hit, and we're going to continue to do so, and do so better and better each year. We have our Hall of Fame ceremony, and then after our Hall of Fame ceremony, we're going to do a group picture with the players and coaches, and then that's it, everybody go home. But the first person could not be with us today that I'm going to recognize in our first Hall of Fame. His name is Victor Sui. Victor played with us in 2017. The young man's from Poland, as you can imagine with his name. He's a 6'7" guy. He could do it all. I found him. His coach reached out to me. I coached a bunch of international kids. This is kind of when we first started really going as far as a national brand. And he reached out to me. When I first had Victor did not speak English very well. And he would say, Coach, I just want to do it. That was his thing. I wish he was here. He's in Poland now. But he played with us a whole year, did exceptionally well, made a name for himself, went on to play junior college in Massachusetts, and went from that junior college straight to the pros in Poland. So whenever we get a young man that has that desire and puts that much effort into himself and into his body of work, we definitely want to recognize him. So he's not here to be with us. He's actually in Poland playing in his professional season. But Victor Suil is our fourth Hall of Fame inductee for Division League Athletics. So give him a hand. I know he's in Poland. This next person, I hope he's ready for a speech a little bit. This is a young man who played for me back in 2018. We went onto the Adidas circuit. That was our first go to Adidas circuit. And he had came to a tryout. I knew about it, played for Lafayette in Lexington, Kentucky. 6'2" shooter, was knocked down, and he loved to shoot it from about right here. I don't know why he wanted to shoot it from right there. I tried to get him to shoot about right there, and he wanted to shoot deep, deep, deep. Played with us, had a great tournament. We went down to Dallas, Texas. Had several games where he had 20-plus points for us. And he went on and did great things for his high school. After he went on and did great things for his high school, he went and played for Asbury University in high school in Kentucky. And he went there, and Eric's probably going to say, Coach, you messed up all my accolades. But he went on to play there, played college there, I believe it was all conference all 4 years. Probably was All-American those times. I know he was a 1,000-point scorer, broke a lot of records there at Asbury University. I think, and I may be speaking for him, but I think after those 4 years, he felt like he was ready for a next step. And the thing about Eric was good out of high school. He was very good out of high school. But when he went to college, he took his game to the next level. He started to understand, hey, I gotta physically be ready. My body's physically gotta be ready for a college game. I gotta work at this. I gotta work at this daily if I want to be good at this. So after those years at Asbury, he ended up having the chance to go up to play at a Division II school, McKendree, and went up there and did very well, continued that same success that he had at Asbury and McKendree. And then after that, he showed his hard work and hard effort day in and day out, and he ended up signing to play professional ball overseas. So without further ado, let's give a hand for Eric Powell. Give a hand for him.
I won't take too much of your time, just a few things. First thing I would say is I've been in the exact same place you all are when I was y'all's age. And there's only two things that if I wish I knew when I was y'all's age, it would have took me even further, even quicker. The first thing is hard work, just working harder than anybody else. That's your separation. I was never the fastest, never jumped the highest, none of that, but hard work got me to where I was. And also just believing in yourself. Confidence that's the game of basketball, is confidence. Like when I was in high school, I had skills, all that. I wasn't mentally there. I wasn't confident. But once I got my confidence in college, hard work, pair those two together, you can do whatever. So that's what I got. And, yeah.
Eric was a great player. I got film if you want to check it. I got film. The next person I want to introduce to our Hall of Fame is actually our first female Hall of Famer. Is a near and dear friend to me. Is a person who, whenever we started, there was always a vision. It started off as vision. Actually, it started off as Team Vision. We changed our name a few times. So it started off as Team Vision. And then I had a friend that lived in Campbellsville, Kentucky. And we had, talked. I had been the girls coach at Campbellsville High School, and she was assistant coach. And let me tell you, she was really the head coach. I was the assistant coach. But we had talked, like, hey, you're doing these things for the boys. You're doing great things for these boys. What about the young ladies? There's a lot of talent, probably more talent out there for the young lady on the young lady side than the boys. And let's build this thing for the girls. And I said, well, only if you can be a part of it, because I know everything that she touched went to gold. So we worked together. She ended up starting the girls program for us, and it just blossomed. It blossomed to be one of the best things ever. She was a coach that everybody loved. And she was one that would hold you accountable and make sure that you did what you were supposed to do. And and she was able to be like she was able to get on girls, but at the same time, that after that game or after that practice, that girl come over and give her a big hug because she knows she loved her. Coach Cecil, Coach Tiara was just a near and dear friend to me. She passed away this past last year, and I just want to make sure that we recognize her because without her, it wouldn't be this. And I know if she was here today and she saw what these young ladies are doing now, she'd have nothing but a big smile on her face and say, "I told you so, Cameron." I already know she would say that. So with her not being here with us today, I'd like to introduce her as a Hall of Famer for this year, and to accept that is her twin sister, Takara. If we give her a hand here. It'll be all right. He'll go into it.
Good evening, and thank you guys for staying here and being a part of this event. We are very appreciative of everyone. We're appreciative of Cameron for acknowledging my sister, Tiara Cecil, and we were identical twins. But I do want to share, she had a huge passion for coaching. She poured her entire life into her girls that she coached. And just like Coach Jackson said, when she got the call, was like, should I do this? There was no question. She was going to do this because she loved the game. She loved she loved to develop girls, and she wanted the girls to know that they can do this and that they can move beyond wherever they are if they put their mind to it. But she was an encourager, but she held her girls accountable, and everybody, all of her girls loved her, the coaches loved her. She loved being a part of this organization, and even when she was diagnosed, she was not going to give up on coaching in this organization. So even when she was going to start her chemotherapy, all she could think about is, I got to get my girls, or I got to figure out how to get my girls and get them out there and get them to, started and practicing and things like that. But unfortunately, her battle ended a little sooner than we expected. But again, I want to thank you guys for honoring my sister, keeping her spirit alive on the court. I appreciate it. Our family appreciates it. This is one of her sons, Chance. He was always around, and then Austin, he stayed back. But we're so appreciative. My mom and my aunt are here as well, and we came all the way from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, to accept her acceptance into the Hall of Fame. So again, we appreciate it. And one of the last things that I want to share, one of the things that she always believed in was remembering this is to live in the moment, because you never know. But that was one of her last quotes, and one of the quotes that we shared on her obituary. But live in the moment. All right, thank you guys.